and see how the car fares. Yes, I finally made it. Another F87 is in the family, and the G87 is gone, back to BMW or whoever wants to fix it. And this one is new out. It's been a very, very difficult car to source, and this time I personally inspected completely, and I saw some very, very small minor faults that are already fixed, but for the rest it's only 10,000 kilometers, 2018 M2 Competition, F87 of course, and the car is beautiful. As you can see, it is really also in this color here that I reckon is the Hockenheim Grey optional individual color. It looks stunning. So I need to get this one PPF'd because it's so beautiful that really we want to maintain it as the way it is. What can I tell you? We're going to go have a drive in it, so we see how the car drives as stock. I'm going to have to wait a couple of hours in order to go safely in the mountains with no traffic around, and we're going to see this. And another couple of comments about the car itself. Yes, it is not as a beautiful place to be in as in the new G87, but depending on the use case you have of the car, this may be better suited, because depending how the car is spec'd, and this one is spec'd as being the lightest possible, manual transmission and not completely electric seats, so it's as light as it can come from factory, and then we will start working on it and doing some improvements in order to have the powerful brakes we need and the right tires and the right suspension for what concerns the driving experience. The power, this one actually feels much stronger than the first one, and I mean much by like 30-40 horsepower stronger, and it's not been tuned because I've checked the ECU is still locked, so this is a very, very good thing. So let me show you the car a little minute, and then we'll go to the mountains and then we'll wrap all this up. Cheers. As promised, it's time to do something different. So I'm in the M2 F87, and now we're gonna go and try the car on the rally roads and see how this car actually works in real life. Just a small disclaimer, I am on Pilot Super Sports that were the actual delivery tires on this car. So these tires now are 6 years old, almost 7, and mind you, they're way past their best time in terms of rubber and grip. So let's just take it easy and go have a bit of fun. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so now we are in Sport Plus with MDM. DSC off, actually. Let's do it this way. Let's see how the car works. So we're basically on cold tires, and these are, as I said, very old tires. Now I'm starting with a pressure of 2.4 in the front and 2.3 in the rear. And let's just go gradually and see how this car works. Well, first thing, you know, the manual gearbox, I've already, the first day I received the car, ordered a KAE shifter, because actually there is no way you can use this without keeping the armrest up. It's impossible. So apart from that, everything is good, and let's go and try it out. Let's get a bit of heat in these tires and brakes now. yeah, these tires really. As soon as it gets into full boost, there is nothing to do. You see? Actually, it is gonna be better on MDM here because there's just no way of putting down the power, otherwise I have to be super concentrated. Well, first things first, I mean, the car is perfect. This car, I mean, yeah, it can take improvements, but it just has everything it needs, and everything is in its place and working. Because the other car, the first F87 I got, had a blown shock. It had 1 degree difference in camber in the front, and it just was nothing good. This one is just perfect. I'm looking at the navigator with one eye. These tires are so off, I can't even manage to get some heat in them. Have to go here. Yeah, we have to go back. The steering feel in this car as stock I prefer to the G87, and there's this chassis is just more nimble than the other one. I'm sure that the G87 is a much better and faster car for high speeds because of its wide tracks and because of the fact that all that weight is felt much less at higher speeds when you have all the compensation that car has with the wide tracks. So, I mean, we need to be fair, but in everyday life and driving the car, like say 7/10, 8/10 on the road. That is not what I'm doing now, but I mean in general, because now we're going slower than that. It's just a more nimble, smaller, and more likable car to drive. I mean, for me, this one is a hoot. And what we want to concentrate is putting down more grip, a lot more grip. But first of all, I need to try it on decent tires before understanding what to do to the car exactly. I mean, we wrote up a spec with my friend Frederick Wiborg. So just a sec. Let's see where we have to go here. Okay. And sorry for that. And basically, I'm gonna get some Pilot Sport Cup 2s now, and with those I'm gonna try out the stock car, and the plan is then to go on 18s, and with the 18s we will then have wider tires, both front and rear, but not square. We are gonna do a setup that is a setup that is staggered, and most probably 265, 295, and Wiborg is now developing this new kit that is super high engineering for all the kinematics, because now they throw at you a lot of arms and say, yeah, go and adjust them, but the actual kinematics of the suspension are not always changed in the way
you may think. And we will do that. It's not that much about getting more power out of these cars. I mean, at least if you're not drag racing or something. I mean, here, the fact is managing to keep your foot down, because there's just so much. So wheel spinning all the way with these tires that are so finished. Front, there is just no grip. Hopefully we'll get some heat in them now, because they don't grip to the point that you don't manage even to heat them up. In Italian I would say that the tire is crystallized. In this moment, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what the right terminology is in English. But basically, the rubber compound has broken and is just not what it has to be anymore. Not confidence inspiring at all with these tires, but the chassis, wow, it's so beautifully balanced. 2 more days and the tires will be here. These roads are still super new to me, and I'm loving them. When they work, they're just a marvel, these BMWs. You see, they just don't heat up. There's nothing to do. But the balance is something else. Fantastic. There's a poise to the chassis that allows a bit of movement in the suspension that is just so inspiring, so confidence inspiring. So we're going right. Who cares? Let's take it very easy here. Such beautiful places. Could I do this? Could I move so in such an agile way through the mountains in the G87? Well, I only tried a bit of the chassis carrying speed because obviously I never pulled the engine out of efficiency mode because it was new and I was running it in very delicately first kilometers. But no, you could not chuck the car the way you can chuck this one and have her follow you, you know? There's just no way you could have done that. This engine is as sharp as a razor blade when it's in Sport Plus. It's just incredible. If anything, I would like the possibility of modifying a bit the response of the engine and make it maybe a bit more progressive in certain instances, because I mean, yeah, if you're dragging, if you're playing around on a straight road, it's you know, it's great. Give me 1000 horsepower at the drag strip, but when you need to actually bring it to the reality of roads, how are you going to put this power down? I mean, yes, at this moment, you know, in this specific car, we don't have good tires and all of that, but still, there is it's not like the other tires will be magic. I mean, they will be much better, but not night and day. can't imagine what a beautiful sensation there is here. And the car works with you, not against you. No glitches, no problems. This is on passive dampers. That, by the way, I prefer, because once you know your tire, the tire you have or don't, and like in this case, at least you know what you have, and you can get accustomed to the response of this car. Just beautifully flowing. Okay, so let's see this road going down with no traffic and see how the car fares. So flowing, such a flowing chassis. It's so good. Can it be better? A lot. But I mean, when you're starting from this, you can make something ballistic. You just don't have to go in the temptation of fall in the temptation of making this car too stiff, because otherwise you will ruin all of it. You have to let it flow. Kinematics that we are working on with Weborg and his engineers, or speed scientists, let's call them. Just take it easy because of these tires. And that's it, guys. Let's talk back in the office and see about some afterthoughts. Okay, so first of all, if you have made it till here in the video, you are my hero. Thank you very much, and please consider subscribing and supporting me with a membership, because this means a lot. But even more, sharing with your friends, because we need to hit this 10,000 subscribers mark, and from there it's gonna be much better and much faster. So what can I say about the car? I am very, very chuffed, happy and everything about this car, because it is perfect. The chassis flows perfectly, the engine is incredibly strong. I mean, for road driving it's everything you need and more. And I think that with a bit of appropriate chassis tuning, we're gonna retrieve all the grip that we need in order to be able to keep the pedal to the metal, as they say, you know. And this is what makes the actual difference also in the enjoyment of driving the car. So I will be up to this. In the next days I will fit Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. So I will do a full assessment of the chassis on tires that actually are new and work, and I'll report back next week on that. And from there I will detail you all the spec of what, in my advice, is the best modifications for this car, making it a club sport car without destroying it, without taking all the interior trim out and all of that. So it can be the most enjoyable solution while maintaining the residual value of your vehicle. So this will be all for today, and thank you so much. Cheers now. Bye.